All right, back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us. We're talking about rent and utility assistance, millions of dollars available to help so many people struggling through the pandemic, and how you can get that money if you're in this pickle right now. And I hope you join us if you have a question right now. Lisa McCrady's with us with the Metro Action Commission. Is it still called Metro Action Commission, or is it just called Metro Action?
All of it. So, Metropolitan Action Commission,
Gotcha.
Metro Action.
You guys have been here for years doing good works and getting the money out. Listen, we've got, there's a caller who wasn't able to stay on the line who was asking, she's in public housing, MDHA, and is about $400 behind on her payment there. Is she able to qualify as well, even though she's in public housing?
Yeah, so the portion that she owes is what we would be able to potentially help with, you know, as long as she's eligible, which I'm pretty sure she probably is. So yeah, just the portion that's her part of the rent that we would be able to cover. Okay, so that caller, I think her name was Lucy, she couldn't stay on. If she wants, again, that number, 862-8860. You will qualify. They will take care of that rent for you, so, or whatever the back pay is that you have. Let's go next to Dennis. Good morning, Dennis. Hi, Dennis.
Hey, good morning, Nick. It's a pleasure to talk to you, as always.
Yeah.
Just a quick question here. Like, I don't live in Davidson County. I live in Robertson County, a surrounding county, and my mom was passing away in her hospice bed. Well, we got 3 months behind. She had COVID. She was struggling. So my sister and I were trying to take care of her there, and, you know, they didn't have any sympathy. They come out, they shut our water off just like that, said, sorry, we didn't get a payment since November. And I'm like, you know, where is there any heart there? You know, you got people who are passing away in their homes, and you're ready to shut the water off. And I explained the situation, and he was like, well, we still need a payment, so we had to go to the pawn shop, sell something to get the water turned on, and it was the end of the day before it happened. But anyways, is there any help that, like, can help some of the surrounding counties? That's my question.
Sure. What county are you in again?
Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson, yeah. Yeah, okay, I knew we'd get a few, because, you know, this show goes to throughout Middle Tennessee. I know Davidson, but, I mean, what do you think? What would you recommend for, and that's just awful what I hear there. He needed Metro Action to help him. That simply should not happen. So what do you recommend for him and others maybe in the same situation?
Yeah, our entire state received funding through Treasury. And so for that fund, for that county, THDA, is administering the funds there. I would have him to go ahead and call them to ask, you know, give them the details of what's happening with the property. Is the property willed to them now, or are they responsible for it? Are they on the lease? And so that need to be addressed. But I would definitely call THDA, and I'm glad he called because there are several of us urban counties that we're administering our own programs. So it's us, Davidson County, Rutherford County, Knox County, and Memphis Shelby. We're administering our funding through our organizations within our county. For the rest of the counties, it's THDA. And so we have that information on our webpage so that you'll know if you're not in Davidson where you need to go. And so it's under our frequently asked questions, and it says something like, I don't live in Davidson, who provides this funding where I live? And so you just click right on there, and the information is there for you to be routed to them. Okay, and that website then again, is it Metro? What is the website for your site? It's Nashville, Nashville.gov, MAC. Okay, no, we got Commission. Yeah, there it is. Got you. Okay, that's great. She's got it up there. That's where you would need to go, Dennis. And again, Tennessee Housing Development Agency is what she's referring to in terms of trying to get the monies out to these outer-lying counties where it's a smaller population, but the need is still there. But yeah, go to the website, and we'll put that up again, and you can search that. It may be too late now if they've already turned off your water, which is a shame. Things like water and electricity, especially in the winter, or in the, that's what, it saves lives. I mean, can you imagine during this cold weather? It's health and safety. Yeah, it is. If all of a sudden your power is turned off just a few weeks ago when we were seeing 11-degree temperatures, people can die in that, okay? Even if they're inside an apartment with no heat. And so there has to be help out there, and you have to know how to go about getting it. So the timetable, you just mentioned with one of our last callers, just that if you need it immediately, can this be expedited pretty quickly? Is it up and running as we speak? Because I was thinking Phase 3 begins March 15th, right? Correct. Correct. And so what's the reason why it was important for us to work with the landlord and property owners is that it does take a little bit for everybody to get their information in. Also, our portal was being built, and so we had to do it in phases so that, number one, we don't have a log jam and that we were able to move this process along as quickly as possible. If all the documents are in, we're hopeful that we should be able to get everything out in about a couple of weeks, up to maybe as long as 3 weeks. But we're working with the landlords so that if they know that it's coming, they are being very amenable to waiting. They know the process. You can see in the portal where an application, the status of it is. You have a call center that's equipped or open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And so if you have questions as it relates to an application that's in the process, if you're having trouble accessing the portal, if you don't have a computer and you need access to something, we'll have kiosks throughout our different communities so that you can have access to it. So any pathway that you take to get to us, we're just trying to make sure that you have all of what you need to be equipped to help. We're even equipping and helping our community-based organizations and nonprofits when they have customers or applicants to come in, how to equip them to help them get through the portal and making sure all the documentation is there. And so we're going at all different angles, and we're more angles as we go. Because we know that this is time sensitive. But again, if the property owners know that they are being worked with and that they're in the system and that, this process is going to yield, getting this applicant caught up, they're being very willing.
That's how they're going to get the money. Let's see, we can squeeze in one more quick phone call and we'll go to Ella. Are you there, Ella? Hi, Ella.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. What can we do for you, Ella?
I was trying to see if I can get some help on my light bill.
Okay, your light bill, and you live in Davidson County?
Yes.
How far behind are you?
It'll be going on.
Okay.
Well, I guess maybe a month, but I don't know if it would be a month or 2 months.
Okay. So again, let's just recap for some. I think she can probably get some help, and she needs to go and call, which number, the 862-8860?
Correct. And we can potentially get you through our traditional energy assistance program. If you were further months behind, I would suggest that our HOPE program would help, but it's not that many months behind, then yeah, definitely give us a call today. So that we can get your application going.
Yeah, and usually at that point, the paperwork they have to provide, but beyond that, you can turn it around. Is it a week, a few days? How long does it typically
give or take? It just depends on the volume of the applications, and so we're doing it maybe a couple of weeks. But again, NES, they've been a great partner, and once they know that an applicant is working with us, and so say for instance she's facing disconnection, we're able to contact their credit department and let them know, hey, this is an applicant of ours, and we're getting their application completed. The income requirement is different. It is lower, and so we can give that information to her, or she can again go on our webpage and find the application and the requirements that she would need to have in order to apply.
Perfect.
Yeah, definitely. It's time sensitive. Get that in.
Sounds good. Well, listen, we got the number. We put it up there so Ella and the others who have called in see it. 862-8860 is the number. And then, of course, the website, nashville.gov/MAC. Lisa, thank you for coming on and getting the word out on this. Just get that money out there and help as many people as you can, as you always do. How about that?
That is our goal. Thank you for having us and keep helping us get the word out.
Hey, whenever we can, whenever you have this, we always want to do this. And thank you for taking time out of your morning. It's always good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, we're going to wrap that segment of the show up. When we come back, we're going to just shift gears. A big part of, a story happened late last week with regard to the Daniel Hambrick case. All right, we know that's going to trial on July 1st. The city of Nashville is moving now to settle with the Hambrick family, though admitting no guilt in the settlement. And what's interesting about this is how that comes just as it dovetails now with the beginning of the George Floyd case up in Minnesota. Florida. That jury selection begins today. There are parallels there, and I think a lot of people have questions about how settlements are made before a criminal trial is concluded and all of that. We'll get into some of that and take a few phone calls. Like to hear from folks if you'd like to join us in the conversation on this, because I know, there's some questions about how all this works. So we'll be back and touch bases on that, because of course that's one trial. Come July 1st, we will be covering gavel to gavel here on News Channel 5 Plus. We'll take a break and be back with that right after this.